Across Europe and beyond, disinformation seeks to weaken trust in institutions, polarize societies, and exploit divisions. This challenges cross borders, and Kosovo is not exception here. According to the findings of our partner, hybrid.info, disinformation and kemi are highly salient, particularly around elections and security issues. According to the findings, disinformation in Albanian language spreads mostly through social media, while disinformation in Serbian language is more often embodied in traditional media with narratives frequently echoing Russian disinformation, particularly on political and security issues. As a result, Kosovo's information space remains vulnerable to manipulation and external interference. Research by our partner, like Bern and Democracy Plus, shows that critical thinking and source verification are not systematically taught in schools or integrated into public education, leaving citizens highly exposed to manipulation and disinformation. And Kosovo ranks 40th among 41 countries at the European Media Literacy Index, reflecting weak institutional awareness and limited investment in media education.
Because democracy does not defend itself. It depends on us, on citizens, on journalists, academics, activists, educators, funders, and policymakers working together to resolve crises, to solve problems, to restore trust, and rebuild the kind of connective tissue in our societies. My first visit, as I said here, was in April of 2003, and it was clear even then that civil society was the kind of heartbeat of this country's democracy. That the years ahead from that period were going to be tough. Everybody knew it, and of course they have been. But civil society also knew the important, essential role that they were called upon to play in the democratic project of Kosovo. And in these years since, civil society organizations working with local activists and courageous individuals have done more than deliver needed services or advocate for essential reforms. They have nurtured the habits of citizenship, what de Tocqueville called the habits of the heart, that are essential for vibrant democracy. There is one truth we must continue to say out loud, even when it is difficult. There is no lasting peace in Kosovo or the Western Balkans without genuine dialogue between Albanians and Serbs. There is simply no alternative. This dialogue cannot be reduced to negotiations between governments or technical agreements between Brussels and Belgrade. These are necessary for sure, but peace that lives only on paper is peace that will not endure.
Norms, which has once been taken for granted in this region, now feel negotiable and provisional. We're living through a moment when disinformation, especially, has become a governing tool and not just a propaganda tactic. When narratives don't describe reality but replace it, and when democratic norms aren't challenged openly, they're quietly hollowed out. By the time the structure collapses, people insist it happened suddenly. It never does. For the Western Balkans, this is not an abstraction.